This is my final project for 351. I've made a rotary encoder that has 6 equal slits that lets light go through into a dark box that has a photoresistor and a voltage divider circuit, and you can see that the output is put onto through processing, and when light is allowed to pass through the slit, a square wave is shown, just like what you should see in a rotary encoder. This calculates the RPM based off the time it takes for the peak of one square wave to another, and then determines whether or not to turn off or to allow voltage through a MOSFET to either turn on the motor if it's under that set RPM range, or turn off a motor if it's above. And if the motor's on, the LED here will light up. The first range is supposed to be 500 RPM. You can see that the peaks are shown on this graph, and that the RPM is just around 500. Every time it drops below, the light turns on and the motor activates, and every time this button's pressed, the threshold goes up 150 RPM. And here we can see that it's trying to get around 650 RPM. This isn't pulse width modulation. This is simply turning on the motor or off the motor depending on the processing of the values of the peaks of light. And you can see it gets faster every time I press the button. Again, the light just says whether or not the MOSFET is allowing voltage through the motor. You see that each time it tries to get to a RPM that is 150 faster, and once the set RPM is above 1000, the RPMs are supposed to drop to 0, and you can see that the motor isn't on, and the threshold voltage resets back to 500. You can see here that it's going back on.